What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Zach. This is your mental health check-in. How are you? Be honest with me, 100%. How are you? What's on your mind? Again, be 100% honest. Because no matter what it is, I'm right here. And we'll get through it, whatever it is. However long that takes. I'm not going nowhere. I can promise you that. Because guess what? I myself, like I said, I went through it myself. Just like with Thorlaw, I told you I've been through. Does it suck? Yes. And another reason that I started this with, the mental health check-ins is, there's many times that people go through hell and they're not here no more because they went through so much hell. And my goal with this mental health check-in is to put a stop to that. Meaning, put a stop to that to where people, are still here. Because there's no reason why people aren't here no more. And I'll say this. A while back, and I think you remember me telling you about a friend of mine who was one with cerebral palsy, and he went through the same thing, because of his disability, from all the times that he was judged from females. No, I'm not calling nobody out, but from all the times he was judged by females, bully and all that, he called me one night and said, I don't want to be here no more. So with that said, I stayed up with him all night just to make sure that he was okay. And then again, he called me, the next day and said, thank you for staying up with me. I was having a really hard time, but I'm okay now. And then as he got bullied, as I told you, probably 10 years ago now, it's been over 10 years ago. Also, again, I stuck up for him. Got him to the right person. And long story short, he called me the next day, or texted me first, asking if he could call me. It said, when he called me, he says, thank you, big brother, for saving my life. And to that moment, I said, you're welcome, little brother. Now, keep in mind, we're not, how say this? We're not blood related. But he still calls me his big brother. I still call him my little brother. And instances like that, and all the things I've been through, and just the way I've saw things happen differently for people, it's just like, this is my calling. This is what I'm gonna do. So that's why I do mental health check-ins. Now I realized I didn't yesterday, but then again I had to go to a doctor appointment for my skin, which, long story short with that, my grandpa had melanoma skin cancer. So with that said, I've also been having to get that checked. Just getting checked with that. But I go back in a year and I'm fine. But no problems, been nothing, so I'm all clear. But I'll tell you what, you never know what tomorrow's going to be. So with that said, part of me thought, what, I might just start doing these mental health check-ins. Because you think about it, and there's so many people, unfortunately, that are not here now. Because they've been extremely picked on, bullied, to the point where they think, man, what's the point of just being here? And there is a point to being here. You got your whole life in front of you. You got everything in front of you. Now, I'm not saying that everything's gonna go right. But you have your whole life in front of you. Don't worry about what's behind you. Because I'll tell you what's behind you? Those people missed out. Those people missed out big time. And like I said, for me, I think I said this. Like I said, for me, I've actually never done dates, relationships, or relationship, I should say, because too many females, again, not calling anybody out, but too many females were so judgmental. Why? Because I have a wheelchair. Only because of my balance. It's all my level 1 spinal bifid effects. And I'll tell you what, from just being in a wheelchair and going through that hill, it's not been, it's been harsh. It's not been fun at all. And again, some people don't understand that, or may not understand that. And some people, may understand. And the reason I say it like that is because, again, we only know someone's name, not their story, but we all have been 100% different, but also 100% true story about us. So again, with that said, if there's something about me that you're curious about, or would like to know, I guess, let me put it that way, ask me. Ask me. Ask me any questions you have, and I'll answer them for you. I have no problem answering questions. So keep being you. And like I said, yes, I am making this a working paying job. But the number one reason is I love to help people. That's how I was born and raised. Again, also, if you comment, when I respond to your comment and I see that you have a YouTube channel and I see that I'm not subscribed, I will subscribe. So until then, keep going, keep being you, much love, and let's get it.